Well, this is never a good way to start off an episode where we have Miami-Dade Fire Rescue coming out of Haulover Inlet. The good news is though, they're not actually going out to help anybody today. They actually go ahead and take advantage of these rough weather days to get some drills in and practice some rough weather rescues. Welcome back to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down here in Haulover Inlet. I am your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, who gets us all these great images down at the inlet. We'll go ahead and get this episode started, but if you can't tell from right here, it's probably going to be a slow day coming through Haulover. And when I say slow day, that's going to mean in multiple ways. One, we are probably not going to have a whole lot of boat action because nobody really wants to go out and play in this. And two, the boat action we see probably is going to come through Haulover pretty slow and take it pretty easy today, which will likely leave us with a little dilemma on our hands as we go through this episode. Typically we pick a winner in every single round, but the reality is Haulover is firing so hard, nobody's really going to be able to come blasting through the inlet, so in theory Haulover should take the win. But we're going to go ahead and give this one a try, and in fact usually we don't even include this first clips here in the first round, but this is going to be the first round, and these guys made it out safe, and we'll actually give this first round to the boats, even though Haulover was firing pretty hard. In our second round, you can't keep everybody out of the inlet on a rough day. Just like here, we can't keep the Red Top Legend out. And let's see how the Red Top Legend fares here in the second round. Let's see how he really approaches this one. Haulover Inlet, even on a calm day, can be pretty intimidating to your normal boater, but the Red Top Legend seems to come out here in all conditions and try and battle with Haulover. Here it looks like he's already lining himself up and trying to pick his window to try and make it in between the sets. But since Haulover is pretty much just a washing machine today, that's going to make it a little difficult to kind of find that window. The reality is you almost are just going to have to slow roll, slow push this one through, and just try and safely get into the inlet. As you can see our guy's trying to do here, he's not going to make any great strides. Never are we going to actually see him push down on the throttle really hard. And this is one of those rounds that's just a tough one to call, because the reality is kind of like I mentioned in the first one, Haulover is winning this round. It is just so big and washed out today that it's slowing everybody down, including the Legend. But I'll tell you what, just because it's the Legend, we're going to go ahead and give this round to the boats as well, and the Red Top Legend will take a win in the second round. While our first two boats we've seen compete were a little bit smaller in size, we're going to let the big boys out and let's see how they fare in Haulover. This yacht right here should give us a pretty good indication on how well Haulover is firing today. This thing is massive and heavy. It's going to take a lot of water to actually get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's see how it fares as it comes out of the inlet. And these guys right here got some brave souls up in the bow of this vessel. That's definitely not a spot I'd want to be on a day like today, even on a boat this size. So far the vessel seems to be holding its own and doing pretty well, but we're really just starting to get into the bigger swells, and we'll see how this boat fares. As you can tell, we are starting to rock and roll a little bit here now. I sure hope that dinghy that's on the back's tied down pretty good. These are the kind of conditions we usually see those things come off in if we're going to see something crazy happen. The vessel's starting to roll pretty good right now, and Haulover's giving it a tail whipping. But I'll tell you what, these guys in the bow, I can see hands in the air. It looks like they're playing Haulover Cowboy up there. This is one of those times I kind of wish we had the drone out so I could actually see what it looked like as they were coming through from the air. But we're going to go ahead and give this round to Haulover because this boat right here has been pushed around pretty good by Haulover Inlet, and it's definitely kept them slow. And one of the things that you guys will miss that happens a little later, they don't last long out here, and they actually do the Haulover U-turn and come back in. Our next contestant to do battle with Haulover is going to show us what that return does look like. Here we've got a nice CV coming back in through Haulover, and this was the same thing. These guys went out of Haulover Inlet thinking they were going to go out, have a great time, kind of got out there, played around for a few seconds, decided this is just not for us. Typically when we see these CVs coming in through Haulover Inlet, they are hauling tail, but once again, Haulover slowed everybody down today. And this crew does appear to be some Haulover pros as well. One of the ways you can typically tell this is by the way they enter the inlet. Here you can see these guys are hugging the north side of the inlet because it's normally the calmer side, but that almost makes this a little worse for these guys because if they're in a CV, they're Haulover pros, they don't want to be coming through here at 5 miles an hour like this. They want to be hauling tail. So we're only going to give the win to Haulover for that reason because it slowed this vessel down. That'll take us into our fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece. Who will take the win this week? Will it be the boats or Haulover? And our contestant in the fifth round is going to show us that the hustle is real down here at Haulover Inlet. When I say that, what do I mean by it? Well, Therapy 4 is actually a charter fishing vessel that we see come in and out of Haulover all the time. But once again, on conditions like today, who in the world wants to be out there? Well, Therapy 4 does because they had a charter booked. They took their hustle on, went out there, got paid, and had a good time. Right here, you're going to see they're coming through the inlet fairly slow. Once again, Haulover's got everybody slowed down today. But I will have to admit, I'm still pretty impressed they're even out here. Most charter vessels probably would have canceled a trip on a day like today, but you know what? Not Therapy 4. They're out there getting it done. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to have to give this round to Haulover Inlet. No fault of Therapy 4's, though. I'm just giving this day, basically, to Haulover because I feel like Haulover won it. But let me know in the comments below, who do you think won today? Did Haulover Inlet, or did the boats who braved it up and went out out there anyway take the victory. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, be sure to check out our other channels. We have Wavy Boats, who gets us all this great images down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And our newest channel, the Miami Boat Ramps channel, where we focus on all the hilarity that happens down at the Miami Boat Ramps. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. And I'm going to leave some clips here at the end of the Miami-Dade Rescue Squad out there practicing their drills for the day here in this rough weather.